Welcome back to Breakfast Central. We have our newspaper review coming up right away, and joining us to review the papers is a man we probably can call the man who saw tomorrow. Last week he was on the show and prophesied that Ademola Adeleke was going to win regardless of whatever shege might have been infused against him. Today we have global affairs journalist of repute, Habib Aruna, the prophet, in the studio.
Senior journalist and former
Please ring bell for him.
Lagos State. And honorary prophet, Mr. Habib Aruna, before we kick off, just to let you know that the Premier League starts this weekend. I'm following your 100% track record of predictions. Please, can you tell me if Chelsea is going to go tomorrow or not?
I'm not a Chelsea fan, I'm an Arsenal fan.
Okay.
We are going to the guest commentary.
Do you think you'll be able to defend your
We are defending the cup.
You bought some really quality players.
Yeah. We have the capacity.
And Pep Guardiola
we have the capacity, we have the manager.
Your nemesis is
we have the mentality of defending the cup. And it will happen.
Okay. Away from footballing matters.
All right, let's go to actually, let's start what we have come here to do. A one, a two, a three front pages of the newspaper. Our first paper this morning, Director, I give you the freedom and prerogative to choose any paper that you like. Please shoot whatever.
Anyone that comes to your mind.
Anyone you like. This Nigeria subsidy war, Tinubu hits back at Atiku, calls ex-VP ignorant over reversal plan. For those who are not aware, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has said that if he becomes president, he will revert subsidy. He will reinstate subsidy. Wike brands him voodoo economist, desperate for power. APM faults federal government's 15.8 trillion naira savings figure, demands full account. DSS arrests fake personnel in Abuja, recovers uniform pistol. Okorocha sues INEC over Uzodima's 2027 Senate candidacy. Sokoto boat tragedy, over 50 dead, mostly children. This is a really sad one. Our heart goes out to the families of these children who have passed. Federal government invests in 90,000-kilometer fiber network to boost digital economy. These are the stories on the front page of the newspaper.
Let's also look at that picture on the front page of this Nigeria.
Hey, how can I forget that? Ademola
Jackson.
You know, thanking Mr. President. Maybe
he's been everywhere. It's been basking in the euphoria of his victory. He's shown this certificate of return to Wike, both enemies and foes alike. And, you know, people are wondering, is there no work to be done in Osun State? You're not the first person to win elections. And this is the same, Mr. President, you were warning in a series of tweets that it should, the APC is trying to do some hanky-panky in Osun State. But now there is one, all seems very rosy. It's all kumbaya. Mr. Habib Aruna, I think we should start with that. Mr. President also said you did not conquer anybody, you only won, because he had to check his language. I'm not sure if we have clips of that. We have it. That's the video on your screen. Please, can we have the volume up so that we can hear the conversation between Mr. President?
And you are in a very, very unique position to make history.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Promote unity, peace, and stability. Use it. You started, he's a progressive. All you are doing now is progressive instinct. And you did a very good mobilization with your team. Very good job. You saw fear, you screamed.
Thank you, sir.
Promote democracy, promote stability, promote rule of law.
Yes, that's why I'm here, to thank Mr. President, the father of the nation, because he fought for this democracy. That is why he allowed free and fair election. And that is the result. That is why I'm here, to say thank you for making sure that democracy lives in Nigeria.
Okay, Mr. Habib Aruna, this is a democracy. We are not longer a nascent democracy. A 26-year-old human being is not a nascent human being. That's an adult. He allowed free and fair elections. Is this something that should be praised? Or is it not a normal thing to allow free and fair elections in a democracy?
First of all, you know, I told you guys that Adeleke will win. You know,
did.
based on what is on ground and the dynamics. And he won, you know, despite all odds. And the man has been dancing, you know, as you said.
Celebrating.
Celebrating and dancing.
And jubilating.
But there's nothing bad in visiting the president.
Why didn't
But it should not be-
Soludo
it should not- it should not
Soludo
also-
visit the president?
No, Soludo went there.
When
Soludo
the
was there.
certificate of
Soludo was there.
Okay.
And it should not also be overhyped, you know, that he visited the president. You see, our democracy is growing. It's still in its embryonic stage. You know, we are learning the lessons, we are learning the rules, and we are trying to guide it. And a good experiment was what happened on Saturday in Osun State, which we are all celebrating. So there's nothing bad in the man going to meet people that make it work. The president would have said, well, let's scatter everything. Let's circumvent it. Which we will work against him anyway.
The people will resist.
And recorded by history.
No, and the people
People,
will resist.
yeah,
too.
you might, but they may have their way. History will call it, you know, but they may have their way. But the president was magnanimous enough, he was pragmatic enough to allow it.
And fatherly.
So there's nothing bad
I'm
in-
very fatherly in his advice.
Absolutely.
That, you should promote peace, unity, and stability.
Visiting the president and visiting Wiki.
Stability.
And visiting Wiki.
Don't
You know,
mispronounce it.
But even though I'm not too comfortable with his visit to Wiki anyway.
Because Wike said, if Mr. President have unleashed me.
And that goes to show you that these people,
They're all friends.
They're all friends.
So it's, we should be class conscious.
Adeleke
as
said
a
in
people.
Oshogbo for the elections that don't mind the governor, they're my friends. They will still come here and say, don't forget about them. That's what we are seeing in this parents' manifestation. These guys are friends. So don't kill yourself over them. Don't make sure you kill yourself
best advice you
for the
can
future
give.
of Nigeria.
That's the best
Say that
advice.
those who died pre-election and also just
it
before
worth
the
it?
was it worth it? Was it worth it? Those who lost their lives for the Osun State election?
No, I don't
Because
think
they've
so.
all made up now, they're friends. But guess what? The lives can never
No, it's impossible.
be brought back. You see?
Election should not be a war, should not be a battle. You know, it's something that we have to shed our blood for it to happen. No, that is not good at all.
All right.
But the legal story of this Nigeria,
Yes.
you know,
Yes, let's start with that one.
struck something in me.
Please, let's have this Nigerian newspaper.
That is a subsidy
Yes,
story with
yes.
President Tinubu firing back at
If you
I
think
think we have the video of him also talking to...
Atiku Abubakar
Yes.
is a joker, and then you have yourself to blame.
If you
This
underestimate.
is the last time. Don't underestimate that man. This is the last joker he has in his bag. You know, he will not be contesting again in the next election. And I hope people in Aso Rock are watching this man closely. That is what happened yesterday. Atiku is saying, don't forget that the most contested issue now in Nigeria is subsidy remover.
Please, can we
And-
have that front page
Yes,
up, please?
that
Madam
is the
Precious,
most contentious issue now in the polity. Subsidy remover. Because we are feeling it. You cannot leave the station and be smiling. Because it affects everybody and percolates to every sector of the country. So people are feeling, and people are not happy.
Mr. Habib
And,
Aruna,
and people are saying,
I want to ask you a
No,
question. As a political analyst, some have said that, you know, the APC is desperate to return to power, and they have a joker up their sleeves that they would do anything in their power to return to power if, and by saying so, they can go all the way to even remove this old subsidy to return to power.
No,
Because they know if they do that, prices will come down.
I will
and
predict to
it will
you
be
now.
a popular move.
I will predict,
do you think they can
I will
do
predict
that,
to you,
or they will not
Benga,
do that?
if they remove subsidy, economy will collapse. I mean, I don't say anything bad
Maybe
in
a
removing.
systematic type
I don't
of
say anything bad in removing that subsidy anyway. It is the way
is
it
well-
is
it
the way
is
we
well
manage. And these are the law polls that Atiku campaign they are exploiting. Atiku is saying that. Atiku is not saying he will bring back subsidy. He's not saying that. Oh, read it very well. Oh. What he's saying is that there are loopholes that are still left unclosed, and people are expecting it to cheat Nigerians. That if you remove subsidies, Nigeria still buy fuel at this kind of price, then it's meaningless. Now, Atiku is saying that we will follow the barrel. We know who is collecting the barrel,
Scrutinize it.
where they are doing it. Are they exporting the crude, or they are using it here? Nigerian consumers, are they benefiting from it? You know, if you read that piece, very comprehensive.
And they've kicked back.
And, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. But it's left for the federal government, for the presidency, because Oedele gave us some figures 2 days ago, not convincing figures. Even though I believe that something should have been removed. He said many things.
He said what
the economy was in a mess for 8 years under Buhari. You know, but Tinubu came in and some reforms have been introduced, and they are working, but not perfectly. And because if they are working perfectly, we will not be suffering. We are starting their best, they are not starting their best.
No, he's saying that if they didn't make those decisions, this suffering that you think you are suffering now will be times 3. And many people have pushed back.
Absolutely. Before the subsidy removal, most government cannot pay salaries. Many things were not working. We are just printing naira without having the productive base. You know, so it was removed, but there are still some loopholes. That's what the article is saying. Who are the people importing fuel? Are they importing this fuel?
Are they great? Are they
so
ghosts?
There's no transparency in it. That's what, and I think Article's intervention yesterday will wake up the presidency and it made the political environment and made people realize that let's look at this option. We have alternative. Because, so it's becoming interesting and it will be so sometime before the elections.
I mean, I don't know if our producers have the response by the president yesterday. He did speak on former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
So it's simplistic for people like Wike and other supporters of the president to be saying it's good economics. No, bring the issues on the table. What is Atiku saying? Atiku is saying that there's no transparency. They are not following the figure. What is the marginal benefit to Nigerians when you remove subsidy? That's what Atiku is saying. So we are waiting for the presidency to come and tell us
a proper audit.
Absolutely, proper audit. You know, but I believe that the president, the removal of subsidy was in the best interest of Nigeria.
Before fuel subsidy.
But the case must be made properly to convince us that according to 13 naira bed is our own future, not for the benefit of the few in Abuja.
But before fuel subsidy, we're paying less than 500 naira.
180 naira.
Before fuel subsidies. Fuel subsidy came, we're paying less than 500 naira.
Yeah.
The economy was not as, in quotes, tough as it is now. Subsidy has been removed. The economy and the cost of living has skyrocketed than we've ever seen before. And guess what happened to the fuel? The fuel has even tripled at some point, getting to 1,300 and something. So the former vice president...
In Lagos
is even cheaper.
1,250.
Yes.
If you are lucky to be in Lagos.
Outside, yes.
Outside Lagos,
1,480
your own.
and so on.
Everybody's talking. Because Lagos is the main.
Yeah, because some state is higher. And the former vice president is saying that, listen, if I come back, I'm going to bring back subsidy for these purposes you've mentioned. I've seen the kickback from the presidency. They've talked tough about it. They've said, oh, no, you are so, even the FCT minister said he's so thirsty. Everybody's so thirsty and desperate to get into power. How can you bring back something? Nigerians have also reminded the current administration and the president that, do you remember when former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan wanted to remove it too? You stopped him from removing it and said it was a bad move. So how come you've now loved it so much that it is a good move? Therefore, why did you stop him in the first instance?
But that argument to me is a bit, is not too, I was just simplistic. It's a bit simplistic.
Okay.
Dynamics have changed, Johansen, 2012, it has changed. Things have changed. You know, I said, if you look at where we're coming from, 8 years of Buhari, physical and monetary rascality. They messed up the economy. Look at the foreign exchange. Look at the subsidy regime. Look at the major indices in the economy. Nothing was working. So people now came in. And the first thing they did was remove subsidy. Even though people say it was in a rush, but he said, if I didn't do it at that time, I wouldn't do it again. So I agree with them in this subsidy remover, Johansen. But what I'm saying is that the remover stopped the loopholes, the racket that has been going on in that industry. And they stop it. What are they doing to make sure the refineries are working? If they are forced to subsidy, then the refineries must work. So we will stop importing fuel. Nigeria is perhaps the only country, and it will be corrected, that is a major oil producer and importing fuel, importing crude. Are we okay? So these are the things that I think should have been dealt with before. But what Atiku is not saying, that Atiku is beginning on the debate. Atiku is starting the debate that come. There are many things going, there are many fraud going on here. I'm ready to do the right thing. He's not saying they will remove something, you bring it back. Say now we do the right thing so that Nigeria can benefit from the removal.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's take Uche from Abia. Uche is calling from Abia. Uche, good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
You see, we are running around the circle. My brother Habib has said he's against, returning subsidy. Am I right? You see, removal of subsidy was not thought out well. He said, regards to the corruption, yes, had it been that the government of the day fought the corruption in subsidy, it would have been better for every one of us. Remember, they told us, if they remove subsidy, Nigeria will not be borrowing. How much have they borrowed after removing the subsidy? That is the question you people as a journalist will be asking the presidency. You remove the subsidy, Nigerians are suffering more than the time we had the subsidy. You have borrowed more, in which we are going to pay. This money is not the people that we borrow from. They are not Father Christmas. We are going to pay them. For me, removal of subsidy was very, very bad. Rather than fighting the corruption, if the government is serious, they have gone after those people that have defrauded us, by bringing petroleum in this country. They know themselves. They are their friends. Why are you, sheltering them? You shelter them and Nigerians are suffering. Many people are now into poverty, more and more poverty, because of the population. And Wike is lashing at Atiku. The same Wike said that it has nothing to do with APC. He even sworn that APC is a cancer. Today, he is defending who and who between Wike and Atiku. Who is upright? Nigerians know about these things. It's a pity about what we are talking about. For me, let them restore subsidy and fight against that corruption that is in subsidy.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Uche. Just to respond to what Uche has said, many of the explanations we hear for why the government or why the quality of our life has maybe tangibly gotten worse for a number of people and spending ability is that before now, the government was deodorizing the situation, that they were covering up for what was the true reality, and that if they had not stepped in by removing subsidy, we would not know what the true our true picture is, and at some point it will come back to hit us, in the face. That is part of the kickback and pushback that or the explanation we've gotten for that. But just to mention, 15.8 trillion naira, federal government has gotten 5.4 trillion, states and local government 10.4 trillion. Question is, what were those monies used for?
There's an issue, there are many things, there are many figures being flaunted around, but there's an issue that which it raised. I think it's very important. You made 15.8 trillion naira of subsidy, shared by the state, federal government, and local government. And you are still borrowing. You borrowed 11 trillion. No, that's why I said, now, you borrow money, but you see, it's our duty and responsibility to educate the public. That is the media.
Absolutely.
You cannot beat a child and tell him or her not to cry.
Or how to cry.
You remove subsidy, and we are feeling the pain. I want us to be convinced when we are not sacrificing.
They say it's the same.
Exactly.
But if you borrow money, you can borrow money. Let's get it right. Borrow money for projects.
For what?
Infrastructure.
That are lasting projects. Lagos, Kaduna, Lagos, Calabar. Genuinely. Lagos, Calabar, genuinely. Not the one that was transparency in the way the thing was awarded, the contract. Do some roads, do some railway, hospitals, schools that are futuristic. You can borrow money for those things. Okay. But when you borrow money to pay salaries, as was done before
it's back to
I want us to quickly move to another paper because we're running out of time. New Telegraph, I want to see that.
But there's a story too, very important, because in journalism, when it bleeds, it bleeds. People died in Sokoto.
Yes.
You see, it's our time. These are innocent Nigerians who cannot control these boats and their managers. It is the duty of government and their agencies to make sure that these boats they are using are in good condition That is the meaning of government.
But
now.
we talk about this in every
Government is supposed to make sure that this is not in order. It will happen in Benue. It happened in Niger State. In the north now, it's happening. In Sokoto State. No. What is the government doing about it? So when government is not consistent in its policy and program, it's what we see. People suffer. People die just like that. People that died now.
Just gone.
So the thing is, if we can now say that...
It's not good enough.
Okay.
We have our report. We have our reporter. We have our man on ground. And we're told that Mr. Peter Gregory just had a press conference in Onitsha. And we also have Alex Ogbonna is joining us live all the way from Onitsha. Alex, good morning. Can you give us an update on what happened in the press conference? What did Mr. Peter Gregory say, and how was the entire press conference?
Yeah, it went well. Well, as you can see, I'm in the premises of Mr. Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State. The press briefing just finished a couple of minutes ago. It lasted for about 15 minutes, but it was really quite comprehensive. The former Anambra State governor did not mince words. He told us why he's the most qualified person to, be the president of Nigeria. He began by telling us that he was governor of Anambra State, and of course the records are there. He also told us that he has a very sound academic knowledge, and also as a businessman, he did so well too. But one thing he said that really tickled my fancy is he didn't just say everything he did while he was governor was perfect. He said there might be mistakes here and there, but of course the learning process. And he also did say that he touched on every sector of the economy, health, agriculture. He said once he becomes governor, he will definitely address all of this. He spent so much time addressing security issues, and of course, we all know why. And he said he and his running mates, Arabi Kwankwaso, will definitely do justice to that sector of the economy. The man did not also stop there. He also told us why Kwankwaso is also a very qualified man to be the vice president, having been governor of Kano State, and of course also a successful businessman. Peter Obi told us that if he becomes president of Nigeria, this country definitely will, heave a huge sigh of relief, because right now Nigerians are really not smiling. The economy is hard, things are hard, but then once he becomes president of Nigeria, of course, all of this will be history. And he went on, and of course, he also did say that he may not be a perfect person, but of course, with the support of Nigerians, all hands must be on deck to ensure that Nigeria, become a great country as it should be under any condition or situation.
All right. Thanks so much for filing in that report, that information about the press conference with Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. Well, it's campaign season, so we're expecting that we'll get to hear a lot more. And these political party members will be traveling from one state to the other. Activities are on. But thank you so much, Alex, for bringing that update to us. Okay? Thank you. Let's move on now to our next paper. You were going to a paper, the
Yes,
Telegraph.
please. Let's go to the next one, which is Tribune, I believe. Sorry, New Telegraph. Let's go to the New Telegraph. Don't travel to Imo, Katsina, 9 other Nigerian states. UK warns citizens. Cautions against all but essential travel to parts of 19 states and the Federal Capital Territory. Why? Waiting we do again. 2027, Okorocha sues INEC APC over Imo West's Senate ticket. Intensive unpaid caregiving linked to mental illness or mental health risks. Oh, wow. Pursue unity reconciliation. Tinubu tells Adeleke U.S. national debt passes $40 trillion. 47 dead as boat capsizes in Sokoto. Aiyedatiwa appoints 1,004 aides, speaks commissioners and 3 advisors. Really sad. NSIB running on deficit budgets over NIMASA, NRC non-compliance, and over 95% of startups fail amid Nigeria's $18.3 billion digital economy. That's a conversation we'll come to. But let's start with the Okorocha suing INEC and APC over Imo West senatorial ticket. He is a governor. Whilst in office, he's still planning for the future. He wants to come back as a senator. So he ran for elections. Elections got concluded. INEC announced him as the winner over Okorocha. Okorocha's son is saying...
APC submitted his name to INEC.
Sorry, APC submitted his name to INEC as winner. Okorocha's son has come out to say, no, that's not what happened, though. First of all, we beat him by numbers. Secondly, what's the ground by which a governor, while still in office, is running for senatorial...
The 11th Senate to be sworn in
next year,
June 2027.
His tenure ends in
expires
2028.
in January 2028.
So
will he be senator governor or will he resign?
Senator Governor Monday Okpewolu. I mean, you see a lot of the senators that are governors.
That's my governor. I need to be careful.
No. I'm only especially. I'm like,
But
I'm just
he finished senator before he became governor.
Exactly. No, I only mentioned. I only mentioned him.
Senate governor president.
That's my governor.
You should have added general, president general among the nations.
His Excellency, Okpebolo, distinguished senator.
We'll come back to talk about you.
But you see, what you are seeing in Imo is very absurd. Remember how this man even came in?
Hope Uzodimma.
Uzodimma.
Yes.
Supreme Court.
Abracadabra, Supreme Court. The judges that sat on that case, justices, are still paying for it till now. You know. So, I don't know why it took Okorocha so long to come out with this kind of his reservations. But it's very simple. We are not qualified to contest now because we are still sitting governor. Why did they submit on them? You know, but I think you should go to court.
And
you should go to court.
They say a bird in hand is better than five
it's against
in the sky or the tree. But I saw something on Instagram yesterday. One man used his hand to pack all the 5 birds at the same time. So that proverb
but
does not work
what
again.
Uzodimma is doing, the question is that, is it in line, in conformity with electoral law?
So that's
if it's not, you go to court.
They are in court, actually.
You go to court.
The court to decide.
Yes.
So
I don't think
and you know,
both ways.
Governor Hope Uzodimma has a track record with the court, so he likes courts.
You don't like wiki.
Yeah, so let's see how it goes.
Yes.
Okay. If anyway, let's not preempt the court. But should this happen? But let's look at the big one. Following suit, just like Edo State, you have another governor who has appointed some huge figures.
No. You see, people are always overblowing these figures. It's as if you
Sorry, before we go ahead, I'm so sorry to take us back. I just wanted to quote, I was Googling it. I wanted to quote section 183 of the 1999 Constitution. Section 183 of the 1999 Constitution as amended says, the governor shall not, during the period when he holds office, hold any other executive office or paid employment in any capacity whatsoever. So the question is, does this then stop him from running?
Absolutely.
He can run, but he can't hold 2 offices concurrently, so you have to resign.
So maybe he should start the resignation early.
Yes.
No,
it's a gamble.
Let's say we're in court of law. Now, I like the angle you came from. My lord, please, let me ask you a question. He can run, but can you run?
Ask Terigi.
You can only run.
Benga.
Okay, go ahead, please. I apologize.
Can you run when you're in active service?
So,
the Constitution
nothing in the law. I don't know that there's anything that outright...
Governor Adeleke just ran.
No. I think they can run. They can run. If you look at Ademola ran as a governor to be a senator because you will be a senator after you have left office.
Okay.
You know, but this Imo is a bit confused.
Because of
are you saying that the man will run for election and win? Then wait till after.
He can't deprive him.
He will now resign.
Like this.
Yes.
No, he can't deprive them representation. So you have to resign.
He has to resign. And you know that's the problem again. That thing then causes us more problems because we will now have another by-election.
Everybody will start.
And then that's why we have multiple by-elections. Because people come into office planning to run for another office.
I don't think it should be accepted. No,
it should not only allowed because that is a
I will urge Okorocha to go to court and
it's already in court. They're already in court. So
let the court interpret.
We're going to see
but it's a huge gamble.
Like this,
imagine if he resigns and he loses.
It's Baba Ije. We have to take your
the government be a senator. That man will resign.
And then
people have not voted now.
So the thing is, he can't also deprive his people of representation.
That's another
This is something that beyond what the legal optics
What is going on in
say.
this country?
We
I
need
don't
to get to a
understand. So,
point where people
They're
understand.
modeling the waters.
Have you
Yeah.
noticed that we're all now confused? We now have
Yes.
some words. Think about it in your head.
So
you are
the court
confused
should
because the
decide.
narrative and the definitions don't match.
And very quickly too.
Yeah.
What should
And
be
it's
saying is
unnecessary.
that once you're a governor, Oga, wait till you finish your tenure.
Simple.
Then you cannot decide, okay, I'm done. I want to vie for another seat. Not when you are there.
But to be in
He
government,
doesn't have time.
by all
because
means.
Jesus comes soon.
So that's the thing again. When we had this conversation earlier,
this guy, I
it
don't
leads me to
understand.
us talking about why is it that the legislative arm is the retirement plan for the executive
They say they are
arm.
bringing
People serve as governors.
executive
You
experience.
come, you
That's
move
the
into the
excuse.
Senate,
Yeah.
and then you want to die there.
They say they are
People
bringing-
are there for 16
They
years.
say they are bringing executive experience.
No, are they
Wealth
saying that
of
there are no
knowledge from
They'll be there
people
forever.
State
with
government.
influence, with experience, no fresh young eyes that can represent the
This is our
people?
own brand.
They like
Again,
the life
our
of convoy
brand of
and your
democracy
excellency.
is.
Distinguished.
You wanted to react to the appointment.
Yeah, well, it's not like.
I mean, kudos to Lagos State's former governors.
In politics, it's a different thing entirely.
When you appoint
Kudos to
2004.
former
Yes.
Lagos State governors. Maybe because the retirement plan is very juicy and yummy, so they don't even need to look at the Senate.
Lagos is different because
Fashion,
it's not the side.
Ambode, all of them. They're not even
No,
interested.
don't use the Lagos template. Lagos is a different place.
Why? What makes it?
Because
different
there are laws
God of
that
this-
govern how you run
God of
in
the
Lagos.
nature and character of Lagos. Don't compare it.
Oh, they're allowed to.
In Lagos, if you are ambitious,
You can test your
at your own risk, go and test it.
test your popularity.
So let just, but and I said, appointments are made by governors, political appointments. You just job for the boys. 3 of you, the government, 4 of you, the government. It's political.
So,
It's job for the boys. So, we are not understanding
so Ekiti State governor, what governor just appointed 1,000?
1,400.
It's not the way you think about it. It's just job for the boys, just to make them occupied.
Is that job for the boys?
employment? Yes, job for the boys.
Okpebolo's 3,000 plus.
4,800.
That's what I'm saying.
It's also
job for the boys. It's not something that just for them to be occupied to salary.
And that's what he said.
Do
That's
leg
what his
work, do
representative
footwork. So don't overhype.
But is that right?
In politics,
It's right.
maybe right. I'm a journalist.
Well,
The way they reason is different.
If
you are
Lagos-
in office, Joanne, you will reason that same way.
Thank God I won't.
Lagos State is-
That's why I can't be a politician, for example.
not in-
I think Lagos
it's
State
not
should
a job for me.
engage the job for the boys, the vagrants and the street urchins. They should integrate them into Loma, street cleaners. Let
No, they've been doing it. It happens.
clean
All those other boys.
dirty roads.
All those other boys that you are seeing, making noise up and down the streets. They need to bring
They need to
employ
engage
them, put them in
more of
Loma.
them. More of
And
them.
last man. Yes, yes.
But
I'm serious.
Well, but as PA,
Serious.
as PA, they can channel.
okay,
They can change it for their principal. Oga.
let's see if we can. if we can quickly run through. Do we have space to run through another paper?
Just one last people. We don't have time. We have
Just
3
have
minutes to
to,
go.
like the rapper Twister and Busta Rhymes.
Okay, let's
Have to hurry
do.
up.
Let's do the
We don't have
Guardian.
paper. We don't have paper. We don't have time.
Okay.
Let's-
I want to
let's-
read just one
let's
story
go
in
to our photo of the
Guardian.
week. Olive, we don't have time.
Oh, we don't have time. Photo of the week. I just wanted to say Isheshe Day, traditionalists rally federal government to tackle insurgency and banditry.
Yes,
You know, Gbenga is
because
an
most
Isheshe
of the
worshipper.
problems in Nigeria are not caused by
Isheshe
traditional adherents. It's Christians or Muslims.
What did we
Yes.
do? How did we cause problem?
Go to the prisons and look at the statistics.
It's okay. Let's look at our photo of the day, picture of the day, picture of the week.
Picture of the week, please.
of the
Photo
week.
of the week.
Let's show it
Drum
to you very
roll.
quickly so that you can see this
Producer, please, this drum roll.
picture. Wow,
Wow.
wow,
Is this
wow,
sugar
wow,
cane?
wow, wow.
What are they holding?
I see a cap.
It looks
Wow,
like
wow,
trumpet.
wow.
No, it looks like flute.
Can you guess?
I can't guess so. But I'm seeing Infinity logo in one.
That's sugar cane now.
Okay, let's
No, it's not
explain.
sugar cane.
This is a politician. He donated sticks. These sticks
My
are called
goodness.
Gora
And torchlight.
torchlights to vigilantes in this
Imole.
community. The donation comes amid ongoing security challenges in communities affected by bandits. You can name them and so on and so forth.
So does the bandits also show up in stick or AK-47?
This is Gora. Gora is a stick. You use it with torchlight. Anybody that comes, you flog it.
You flog the AK-47 out of their
I don't know about that. Maybe you must. Maybe they've learned. I don't know. What do you think about this? This is
Is it a welcome development? Look at the pomp and pageantry surrounding the presentation.
I think the commissioning or
commissioning and the handover ceremony of the stick and torchlights.
It's needless, but I think it's commendable for them to have given this thing out.
So how many communities can
security
they secure?
officials in that local government.
How effective is this?
I don't.
Sir, in your house, is this stick that you give to your security?
But the commissioning to me and the photo ops they are doing about it is not the best of things. But for them to have given it out, it's not bad.
So is this part of, since we saw an infinity cap, is it part of renewed hope agenda?
No, they can improve on it.
Honestly,
Can be improved.
we need to get to the point where our empowerment by politicians is not as
I
ridiculous
mean, even
as
post for there's photo ops.
photo.
Olive, these are non-kinetic.
Later, you people will judge the person that gave that principal khaki and firewood, sugarcane stick with torchlight. Which one
It's
is
not
better?
sugar cane, it's Gora. It's a very strong stick. If they flog
It's
you with
effective,
Gora,
they flog you.
So if somebody has khaki
Pronounce
with
bandit.
AK-47, you will use Gora to defend
Well,
yourself.
sometimes
Continue.
they don't just bring AK-47.
It's
Sometimes
kinetic,
they might
it's non-kinetic.
Stroll and do recce. So while they are strolling, you flog them with Gora. And you shine the light on them. Imole.
that's all. Thank you, Mr. Habib Aruna, for being here.